shout out, send a shout out to my pushers out there. Really been pushing the work, helping me get recognized and get all man this restoration and recovery from you know, various satanic strongholds and things of that nature. Glory be to God, always, all the time. God's been good, gracious, and I'm asking He continue open my eyes to revelations, spiritual information and mind-blowing, mind-blowing revelations, I continue to look at it and I become more meticulous in the scriptures I study, I'm the one as far as faith building as well as exhortation, exhortation and becoming more in tune and in depth with the light, and all of his verses telling us, don't become weary in well doing. Cause that's how the verses come to me a lot, like it's just like when I'm having a prophecy or prophesying, or either the spirit is just giving me a word to say at a particular time. It's like I feel that, like, and I instantly know the scripture is inside my heart. But, as far as like I have to revisit, the individual verses to understand and learn the exact verses, but the words, in the Bible, like I'm easy with the words. Been my thing for a minute. Well, yeah, these days really, it ain't been as hectic, in like earlier times, but anybody that's been following my story, I actually been in the process of, trying to be sure, and understand, and keep the word of God, understand, develop and solidify that personal relationship with the Lord. And that's what I've been doing since I've been away from my recordings and stuff, because honestly, as the Bible already, showed Jesus came, everything was made through him in earth, but he esteemed him not, they recognized him not. So, these things ought to be expected just as the Spirit showed me that, the possibility of potential for, further persecutions already came and passed, already came and gone, gave me the insight before, and then the weapons, satanic weapons formed, but none prospered to no avail, and my whole thing is wanting my life, to show and glorify who God is, I've been, like I got you saw recordings already on the web, about every season, just going through the seasons and everything, and I noticed as I recall back to my previous seasons, as during the height of my most quote unquote recognition, it was during the times whereas, everything was in alignment. Because the thing about Satan is the only way Satan has any kind of foothold on a person is if he can keep you inserted in a measure of obscurity. And in that obscurity and confusion, just like, it's hard to pinpoint a target that you can't see, and things of that nature, so he operates in that. So Satan has to use distortion and set the stage straight, and so he can move around comfortably, in confusion, in malice, in deception, in falsehood. But the Spirit of God shines forth, and it shows and illuminates all manners and methods of the devil, of the enemy. All of that becomes disbanded by the precious word of God. The word is a double-edged sword, It's not just, good for the good times, but you use it for, but it counts about, the hardships and things in the Christian walk, as well as, just things that all of it is essential to the race of faith. So none of the Bible should be left out, or taken out of context or any other way manipulated. And that's what everything has to be held together in context. God, for the first time in a long time, He's actually giving my spirit like some revelation, in the fullness of the revelation now, and it's abundant. It ain't been this way in a long time. Like it's probably been a couple months since I was steadily, making recordings and things. But I made the chess moves that I had to make in order to fortify and aid in the preservation of God's vessel and His contribution in me. So that's why I made certain decisions, hard decisions, and tough decisions that I had to make in order, to further facilitate God's will. Because that's one thing about it, God's will is going to happen anyway. But God's will, God works through us as humans. He works through people. He works through vessels. And that's what God does. He uses us. He uses His people that's receptive to His voice, receptive to His light, and, willing to be taught, understanding, willing to follow instructions, and, willing to be educated in the Word. Those are the souls that can be used for a work in God. And that's towards the carrying out of His purposes. Because one thing about it is, God's will always will tarry. And so, there's a whole different, like I say, during the times of during the times of all of that, the learning and growth, and seeking to further, stabilize my relationship with God, it ended up changing. Like it's a whole total 180 in the mentality, in mindset. Everything changed all the way around. Even though certain aspects of the spiritual warfare battle is constant. But that's the thing. So God doesn't always change certain aspects of the spiritual warfare battle in your outside world, because it's you that He's trying to change. And that's something I didn't understand until I actually been through it. So yeah, it's been better, because now I'm not judging. I'm not judging my own progression. I'm not judging my success, my rewards. I'm not judging anything, based on, physical standards or values. Now it's all about, the more we learn and the longer we walk with God, and the more we try to embody Him in the earth. And see, that's what I feel as though success should be based upon. Not necessarily achievements or things of this nature, but more so on the gloriousness of God. And old Slewfoot, the devil, I mean, the enemy has been given a set amount of time. Short. His time is short. He's given a measure of power. God has all power. Enemy was given a measure of power in order to test souls and things. Because God could have easily done away with Satan, but the angels and things in the heavens. So you have to understand that before Satan fell from the earth, or fell from heaven, he had already deluded, a great deal of some of the angels there. He deluded some angels and manipulated them to be in opposition against God. So God cast them all out, because pride was found in Satan. But if He would have just done away with Satan and the other angels that was already for God, they would have started wondering. They would have said, like, why God? Why would you just, let him? Why would you just destroy him? Then maybe what He was saying was true. You feel me? So God, instead of all of that, God is perfect. God is just. God is fair. And God said, just as with the story of Job, He could test him. He could do all of this, but He can't kill him. And see, that was the thing. God proved. And see, that's what God doing, to be careful, because God may be doing that work in you. You never know. He might have you in that position. But, and it's accounts like this that empower. It's a bit of a testimony. Biblical testimonies. From some of God's people that He decided to use as a canvas for His will and for today. Because all of that was made for today. Like referring to the future generations and things. it's to this generation, the last, these are the end times, the final times, which is something that we probably hear a lot of now, but it's more prominent now, 'cause all of that happens, and none of the things from the scripture, none of that the end shall by no means come until every word has been fulfilled, prophecy. And we see the fulfillment in present days, even, I got a whole lot to cover, man, a whole lot. Because at first, I used to try, for the past couple of weeks, I've been trying to find, been trying to think, of, like, Lord, is there a revelation? Is there something you want me to say to the fans, to the people of my contribution? And I wasn't like everything that I was being told. Like I put a lot of it on platforms, my platforms. But as far as like a verbal word, I wasn't hearing it. Like I wasn't hearing the voice move me, the feeling the spirit move me to say something until the night. But as far as my spirit, I got a couple of recordings, and I don't even know what they're gonna be about. I just know that the spirit has wants me to say some things for disambiguation, for clarification, and illumination more, because one thing about the tactics of the enemy is, the word curses, and things like that, and all of this is to sabotage God's contribution in a person's, just what he can do as a vehicle, and it's tons of different vessels and vehicles, but as I said in previous times, that, you can't be nobody else. You have to, all you can be sure of is your relationship, just like old song go, you can't go to heaven for nobody else. You can't get there, you have to get there for yourself. And the way God made it to whereas all of this he incorporated into my creativity and passion and things. So all of it kind of went tied in that together. And I already know that evoked a huge and massive reaction from the kingdom of darkness, which is satanic and its demons, Satan, the Jezebel spirit, all of these different kind of spirits, Python spirit, at one point it was the succubus and incubus spirits, all of these things, but, victory is ours, I love Christ Jesus, it's just like an introductory point, just allow my people, introductory speech, because I've been away for a minute to get everything back in alignment. I'm going to post these right here, let them know what's going on. And, so, it's all great. I'm just still on that same octave, and it's the octave of basically getting to know more of God, and I desire more, more of the spirit, the joy, and the comfort, the consolation, and all of these things, as God is my rock, in the dark time he's my rock, in the good time he's still my rock, so that's another thing I'm working on embracing, souls must be content in all seasons, it's all got more stuff coming, more work and things coming, to the glory of God, for the only purpose